Hollywood spends hundreds of millions of dollars designing creatures that feel genuinely alien. Translucent skulls, bioluminescent lures, parasitic reproductive biology, jaws that open 4 different ways. And they thought they invented them. They didn't. 1,000 meters below the surface of your own ocean, every single one of those designs already exists, has existed for millions of years, was field-tested by evolution long before any concept artist put pen to paper. What we call alien horror. The deep sea calls it Tuesday. The bathypelagic zone. 1,000 to 4,000 meters below the surface. We call it the midnight zone. But midnight implies that morning is coming. It isn't. Sunlight has never reached this depth. Will never reach this depth. The pressure here is 400 atmospheres, equivalent to 50 jumbo jets stacked on your body. The temperature hovers just above freezing permanently. Food is so scarce that evolution has spent millions of years solving a single problem. How do you catch something when you can barely move, can't see anything, and might not encounter another organism for days? The solutions that emerged are so extreme that marine biologists routinely describe them in the same language that astronomers use for alien worlds. We have better maps of the surface of Mars than of Earth's ocean floor. The Hadal zone, the trenches below 6,000 meters, remains almost entirely unexplored. In 2026 alone, expeditions have found 24 previously unknown species in a single Pacific zone, a new bioluminescent shark off Australia, and at least one organism in the Japan Trench that no taxonomic expert on Earth can identify. We are not done finding what lives down there. We are barely started. The anglerfish. 167 species across 11 families. The most successful predator in the midnight zone and the creature that concept artists have been quietly stealing from for 50 years. The female, the fish you've seen in photographs, is a biological weapon that evolution assembled from first principles. Her skin, ultra-black, not just dark, structured at the cellular level to trap and absorb 99.95% of all light that touches it. She is not hiding. She is invisible. Except for one thing, the esca, a modified dorsal fin spine, repurposed by evolution into a fishing rod, tipped with a sac of bioluminescent bacteria. The bacteria provide cold, blue-white light. The anglerfish provides a home for the bacteria, and what approaches that light, drawn by its beauty in the absolute darkness, approaches the needle-like, backwards curving teeth that can flex to admit prey larger than the anglerfish's own body, but cannot flex back out. The jaw is a one-way entry system. Her stomach can distend to hold a meal twice her pre-feeding volume. In the midnight zone, you do not pass up a meal. Evolution built a digestive system flexible enough to ensure you never have to. Every element of this design, the deceptive light, the ultra-black camouflage, the one-way jaw, the impossible stomach, has appeared in a science fiction creature design. The anglerfish got there first, by approximately 130 million years. But the anglerfish's most extraordinary feature is one that almost no documentary covers completely. The males. In the midnight zone, finding a mate more than once is statistically nearly impossible. Evolution's solution is the most disturbing biology in the vertebrate world. The male anglerfish is tiny, 2 to 3 centimeters, built for a single purpose. He has highly sensitive chemical receptors calibrated specifically to detect the female's pheromone signature. He does not eat. He does not need to. He will never eat again. When he finds a female, he bites into her body. His jaw tissues and her skin begin to fuse at the cellular level. His eyes degenerate. His digestive system atrophies. His circulatory system merges with hers. He becomes a permanent biological appendage, existing only to provide genetic material when she is ready to reproduce. Up to 8 males have been found permanently attached to a single female. And her immune system, which in any other organism would reject foreign biological material, has evolved to completely suppress this response for the attached males. She is a chimera, a composite organism, the most alien reproductive biology on Earth. The chest burster in Alien, the facehuggers attachment, every piece of invasive reproductive horror in science fiction. The anglerfish was already doing all of it, in the dark, in your ocean, right now. If the anglerfish is horror, the barreleye is the uncanny valley-made flesh. Macropinna microstoma, described in 1939. Not fully understood until 2008, when a remotely operated vehicle from the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute captured the first footage of a living specimen. Before that, every preserved specimen arrived damaged by the pressure change during recovery. The transparent dome collapsed. For 65 years, scientists knew the fish existed. They did not know what it looked like alive. In 27,600 hours of underwater footage, MBARI's research vehicles encountered it exactly 9 times. When they finally saw one intact, a 15-centimeter fish hovering motionless at 700 meters, with a large, transparent dome covering its head. Inside the dome, 2 tubular eyes capped with bright green lenses, pointing straight up. The dome is filled with fluid. It is a biological cockpit window, armor for the eyes, likely protecting them from the stinging tentacles of the siphonophores the barreleye steals prey from. And those eyes can rotate inside the dome. When the fish is hunting prey above, they point upward. When it is ready to eat, they rotate forward. Here is the detail that makes this creature so disturbing to human perception. The 2 spots that appear to be the fish's eyes, the ones that seem to stare at you from the front, are not eyes. They are nostrils. The actual visual system is inside the transparent skull, rotating. You have been misreading the creature's face. There is no face, just the dome, the rotating tubes, and the darkness around it. The transparent cranium revealing internal anatomy. The eyes visible inside the skull. The thing you think is a face that is not a face. This is where the exposed brain alien aesthetic came from. Earth's ocean has been running the proof of concept for millions of years. The connections between deep-sea biology and Hollywood creature design are not metaphorical. They are documented. Ridley Scott has acknowledged marine life as a direct inspiration for the Alien franchise's design language. The goblin shark's protrusible jaw, which extends outward to catch prey in a motion that looks entirely mechanical, directly inspired the secondary extendable mandibles of the xenomorphs. And Phronima, a 2-centimeter deep-sea crustacean that hollows out the gelatinous body of a living salp, kills it, raises its young inside the corpse, and rides through the ocean in the barrel-shaped shell of the organism it murdered. This is the creature believed to have inspired the alien queen's design, an organism that creates a living nursery by destroying another living thing. The distress signal that conceals the predator. The anglerfish invented that plot. The one-way jaw that cannot release its prey. The Alien franchise borrowed that mechanism. The transparent skull revealing internal organs. The barreleye was the proof of concept for every exposed brain alien in cinema. And the parasitic fusion, the complete absorption of one organism by another, appears in the anglerfish's sexual biology 100 million years before it appeared in a science fiction screenplay. What concept artists call inspiration, marine biologists call peer-reviewed literature. Here is what happened in 2026. Expeditions in the Mar del Plata Canyon found 40 potential new organisms in a single location. Researchers in the Pacific's Clarion-Clipperton Zone identified 24 new amphipod species, including one belonging to an entirely new superfamily, a category of life we didn't know existed. A new bioluminescent shark was confirmed off Australia, living at 2,000 feet in total darkness. And in the Japan Trench, Scientists cataloged 108 distinct organism groups and encountered an animal that no taxonomic expert on Earth can currently identify, not classify into an existing species, not fit into a known genus or family, simply unidentified. The deep sea is still producing things we don't have names for, things we have no biological framework to understand. This is not a historical problem that marine biology has solved. This is the current state of knowledge. The ocean is producing new alien designs faster than we can document them. We look at the stars and we ask, is there something out there we don't understand? Something so different from us that we don't have the framework to comprehend it? Something that operates by biological rules we haven't encountered yet? The answer is yes. The answer has always been yes. And it's not in the stars, it's in the water. 4 kilometers below the surface of your own planet, in crushing darkness and near freezing cold, evolution has been running experiments for 130 million years. Building lures that turn light into a weapon. Building skulls you can see through. Building reproductive systems that fuse 2 organisms into one. Building creatures that are, by every meaningful biological measure, genuinely alien. Hollywood found them. We named the monsters after fictional places. But they live here. They have always lived here. And we have barely looked.